When I sold everything back in my country and came here with a lot of money, with a different mindset, and so bought a franchise, like 2 stores, and it did not do good for me. And that franchise was already dying. But since I didn't know about that, and I thought that's what I can afford right now,
Right.
and I can be in a good financial state, it turned out bad, and I lost like $200,000.
Wow. Hi everyone, we on the channel Start CDL, we have a program called Mile Zero. Today we have another our students. How you doing, Lee?
Hi.
And so we're glad you came here. We're glad you found the time. We know you already passed your test, but how was it?
I was nervous at first, but a lady, she went before me and she passed, and after that I was fine. I was the second one. It was, I think it was easy. The way you guys train over here,
Thank you.
the things we go through here, and the way you tell us, okay, everything will be as a point and all that. So that made me nervous at first, but when I saw the test in real, it seemed very easy and it was pretty good.
Yeah. So basically, learning process kind of complicated. The passing process.
Learning process at first when I came, since I did not know anything about the trucks, it was kind of little different for me. But I think the instructors around the place, they were like really helpful to walk us through the thing. And I think sometimes I used to feel that I was being very annoying, asking them the same thing again and again. But I think they know their job and they do it pretty well. So
Thank you.
yeah.
How you become to have an idea to become a truck driver? Like, what's your idea? What's your benefit on that?
So it's a good question, but it's a little funny. So I have my business. Like, I'm into restaurant business.
Okay.
I have restaurants in Horsham, Pennsylvania, and Bluebell. So the guys who used to work for me, they left job. The guys, my manager and the other guy, like one of my really hardworking guys and really good guys, they came to me and they said, bro, we cannot work anymore. We are leaving. I said, where are you going? And they said, we're going to start driving truck.
Wow.
And we got our CDL license. And they left. And after a couple of months, I was talking to them, chatting about, how is the business? What are you making and all that? So it was very interesting. Obviously, as a businessman, I'm looking about money. So they told me that, bro, we are driving truck for somebody else. Why don't you buy a truck and open a corporation and we'll drive it for you?
So you have a clear idea where you can have more money than the restaurant, right?
Yeah, more or at least same. We don't know, because when you look at YouTube channels and talk to people, it's different.
Right.
When you get into business. That's why I thought, first I will take the license myself and I will drive myself.
So you can understand
understand the business in and out. So once I know all that, I'll
it's a great approach.
Yeah, I think so. So far so good. Let's see how it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, how many trucks you will have, let's say this way?
So as per my, I've done my homework on trucking business. So I don't know, I'm supposed to share my business idea. So I'm not going to own anything, but I'm going to control everything. That's my business. I basically get 2 trucks and get my guys, the one I trust on the road. And once I know, build my relation and get into dispatch, where I can get in touch with owner operators, because I'm bilingual. So I can speak a couple of languages.
That's awesome.
And I see over here, in this trucking, you have most of the Indian from Punjab, and then you have Arabs. I speak Arabic also. I speak Punjabi also, Hindi, Urdu. So I see those guys don't speak English that well. So I can be the mediator between the brokers and them, and control everything for them and do the paperwork, and they make money for me.
Awesome. So
that's kind of where I want to go, and if that goes good, I might start a brokerage.
So you're kind of like middleman.
Yeah, I think I'm good at communication and organizing stuff. So I've done that all my life. That's my profession, basically.
Right. When did you come to the country?
2014 May.
May 2014, and you already have a restaurant, and that's not the first business which you started.
Yeah, I've started a couple of businesses, lost money, and now I have 2 restaurants which are successful.
Okay, what's the businesses?
It's a franchise. I cannot say the name. So when I sold everything back in my country and came here with a lot of money, with a different mindset, and so bought a franchise, like 2 stores, and it did not do good for me, and that franchise was already dying. But since I didn't know about that, and I thought that's what I can afford right now, and I can be in a good financial state, it turned out bad, and I lost like $200,000.
Wow.
Like straight, as soon as you come to the country, within 7-8 months, you lose 200,000.
Wow.
It is what it is, But after that, I started working because I'm a white collar guy, like professionally. And then 2017, I started my restaurants. So my restaurants are doing. I started one last year before COVID. I started the second one, and they are doing pretty good. So
they both doing very good, right?
Yeah, the old one is really good. The new one, it's still surviving in this COVID. Plus, it's good. Like overall, with this, considering the situation, it's pretty good.
So you probably have some experience from the past, from your country, since you started the restaurant business. It's super hard business. No, not at all. 0 restaurant business. What you do in your country? Like, what's the main?
So
business?
I'm education is I'm an IT guy. I'm a certified system engineer for Microsoft.
Okay.
Administrator, and I've done so much in IT. But I used to work for in Dubai. I used to work for Dubai Islamic Insurance, and I was the regional manager for 5 states. And so I've studied IT, but I pursue my career in insurance, and I'm an ACIA, like a chartered accountant. Like chartered accountant, it's chartered insurance. So I'm a chartered insurance guy in insurance.
So do you have an idea to continue that IT, the professionals in here? So, you just don't want it?
When I came, I wanted to start an agency. Like I worked for Allstate for 1 year.
Okay.
Over here, and to understand the business, because I just got the job within a couple of months from Allstate, and I took my state license. I have state licenses and everything. I did all. Did 1 year I worked, and so America works in a different way. So over here, like our country, it's the population is very dense. Like it's so if you start anything, you'll at least have this much customers you can survive. But in America, everything is scattered. So I wanted to become an agent for insurance. But the problem is, if you start an agency over here and start in a community, by the time you build your business in insurance and make those customers repeat customers, you need to have a set of customers. It was going to take at least 4 or 5 years. And that was like a very slow progress, considering, I came in an age where I cannot spend 10 years to settle down. And if I don't settle down, then what? I want to retire in 15 years. Like now 10 years. So in 10 years, I need to do what I need to do, set everything up, and then, just retire. And
so yeah, it's so crazy. Like you came to the country, like you have a ton of money. You almost
not a ton of money.
Like yeah,
whatever I had, I just sold it.
You have a $200,000 just lost in one business, and you never stop. You keep on going. That's really good for a businessman. That's what's the business in
as an immigrant, you don't have an option. Like you have set your standards for such a living style, where you need to maintain that living style for your family, or else they are not happy. To do that, there is no going back. Getting into restaurant business, I have Indian restaurants. So when I was just seeing what I need to do, there's so much competition in everything, but there is no competition in Indian restaurants. Good Indian restaurants will work because there is no franchise for Indian restaurants. There is no Wawa opens because Wawa is like, those people shut me down.
Oh.
They shut me. When I bought the business, it was good. Then a Taco Bell opened and a Wawa opened, and I was closed.
Oh.
You know, so then I thought, you know, not to do something which is very different, where I don't get competition. And if, you know, some local guy comes up and says, I'll compete with you, I can do at least that much. Not with corporate, but local guys I can compete. So that's why I started that business. It turned out good, but I think trucking business is so vast that even though you have competition, you have enough business to take your piece of the cake. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're gonna drive for how long? Like, what's your plan? Like 2 months, 3 months?
So I've already
to understand the business.
So I've already spoken to a guy, and I'm supposed to meet him next week. So I'm gonna drive for 3 months. I already spoke to him very straightforward, and I told him what my plan is, and he's okay with that. So he told me that, dude, if you want to drive for me, I'll do 3 months California in team to understand driving and understand all the rules and regulations. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna start, you know, like, I don't know, but the location, they say the main point is Ohio. I'm not in the business, but that's what I understood from my thing. Ohio is the main point where, you know,
it's cheap insurance.
Cheap insurance, plus, you know, Ohio is, they say it's in the middle, so you get good loads from there. So it's like 1 day trip. I'm going to start that for 3 months and then do local, like for at least 1 or 2 months. So basically I want to spend 6 months driving myself every day for 5 days or 6 days a week. When I know I'm completely good with the business and I understand the business, then I'm going to start apply for my own authority, get my trucks and start a dispatch.
But you said you have a 2 restaurant. Who's going to control that?
It's already managed. I told you I'm a guy who manages stuff.
Okay.
So I manage my business in a way that I don't work. I just manage. If you simplify any business, it's easier and, you know, it's less manpower.
Correct.
So you need to put one guy in charge and then tell him what you need. But he should be smart enough, and you have to pay him. So, I've studied, like, I know business. If you don't diversify your business, you cannot do anything else.
Okay.
Then it's not a business, it's a shop. Like, if I open one shop and I just keep working on, it's a shop, it's not a business.
Right.
In business, you have to diversify, pay more, and get out and do something else.
Correct. That's straight idea. Thank you. Like, I learned a lot today. Like, something what I on the process to do every day. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to be in this trucking industry. I don't know, like, I like, still now, I like the way I sit in the truck and, you know, I'm on the top of the world and, you know, I'm driving. I don't know how that feeling will stay, but it is what it is.
It's gonna be, you know, something new for you and interesting, you know, for the first half year after.
You know, that's what the plan is, like 1 year and I'm out of it. And, you know, as a family, I'm a businessman. If I see money in my account end of the month, no matter what I'm doing, I'm happy.
What's the favorite place in the United States you want to visit?
And so my favorite city is New York.
You was there a couple of times, didn't you?
I've been there so many times, but favorite city is that. The place I want to visit will be, what do you call that? Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is where I want to go, and hopefully
next to like Las Vegas area, like
that's near to Las Vegas. Yeah, because I've seen that Yosemite Park and all, which is like somewhere there. That area is beautiful because I'm born and raised in desert, so I like desert. You know, when I see it, I really want to be there. You know, so I want to see that place.
Have you been in the other cities? Like, what cities so far you visit during your period in here?
Here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've worked in 4 cities till now. So in 2014, I worked in Pennsylvania. I landed in Nashville. And then my first job I got all straight in Pennsylvania. So I came here, started business. And then I went to Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
For one of the project for 1 year. They paid, I'm an IT guy, so there was 1 year project for a SunTrust bank. It's like a Georgia bank. So they paid really good. So I went 1 year there. I worked there, and then I lived in Richmond, Virginia, and then Virginia. So Virginia, I lived only for 3 months with my family.
You like that?
My whole family is in Virginia, like thousands of them.
Thousands of them.
Like there is a street. That street is on both sides, all the houses are my family houses.
Wow.
Like there are thousands of them. Believe
So
me.
you basically can create your city.
Yeah, it's like a small chunk of island that our family owns.
What do you call that city if you're gonna create the city? Like what's the name of the city?
I would call it Dubai.
What?
Dubai.
Dubai.
That's
cool.
what I would do.
Okay.
It reminds me of my country, you know, my city. Yeah, but it's been good. So.
Listen, I'm glad you're here. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you're part of our family.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much. I really
and,
appreciate it. I would like to give a shout. I don't know the names exactly, but a couple of people. You know, if anybody's training, Sarah.
Thank you.
She's a very good addition to this family because I've been here for like 5 months. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the oldest guy over here because I used to come for a week and not come for 3 weeks and then come. So I have seen.
You was busy. That's understandable.
Yeah, and I've seen so many people, you know, going in and out.
Right.
Very good addition. Thank you for all the help.
Yeah.
And thank
Appreciate
you.
it, man. Appreciate it for
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate
joining
it.
us.
Yeah.